Coach, at the end of last game, you said you were going to take the 4s and 5s this week. How's that week been, and what have you been working on with them?
Well, you know what? We've only had one practice, and I had 2 assistant coaches on the road recruiting, so I didn't get to do that. But today and next week, I'll be able to coach them. But, you know, it's funny, Lene Montgomery was laughing that she got asked that question. She said, Coach, what do they think you're going to do to us? I said, I don't know. It's just, you know, but our girls know. You know, we can't have our 4s and 5s turn the ball over more in our guards, because when you add those 2 together, it's not good. And we're going to be playing some teams that really trap and press. And if our 4s and 5s are turning over a lot, along with our guards, then it's going to be a long night.
I still got everything left over from
Yeah.
So much for
Let me ask you a question.
What's the key to a 50-50 ball? Let me ask you that.
Well, you know, it's amazing. We pointed out some yesterday. We have a film session, first half of our last game. And there was like 4 50-50 balls, and there was one person got on the floor for us, and that was Lene Montgomery, 6'5". And we had guards just bending over trying to get the ball. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And we got to get people that, I tell even people coming off the bench, you want a lot of playing time, get the 50-50 balls, take a charge, play defense, talk. I don't need you to score a lot of points. I don't need you to take care of the ball, play defense, get on the floor, take charges, and you'll determine your playing time. And if we can get some of these people coming off the bench to do that, it'll really cut in some time of the starters, because they're not going after the 50-50 ball. They're not getting loose balls. They're not doing that. That's the difference between winning and losing in basketball.
The first game of the year, Lene was basically kind of one-on-one down the post. The other night, she's double, triple teamed every time she caught it down there. So is there anywhere in between? I mean, what do you kind of expect?
Well, we're getting Big 12. They're not going to double, triple. I mean, first play of the game, we kicked in Lene. There was 5 girls on her.
Yeah.
And she tried to force it up. All right. So those are things I'm talking about we got to work on. You got to catch and pause a second and see where people are. All right. And you can't just catch and put it on the floor. That's what all our posts are doing right now, and that's got to stop. Those are just fundamentals that we got to get better at. And then when they double down, we got to kick it. We can't stand there and go 1-on-5. Okay. So those are things we need to work on that. But once you get into conference playing better teams, you know, they're going to 1-on-1, maybe double down if she gets hot and that type of stuff. But against the team the other night, my goodness, it was 1-on-4 when she caught the ball. But we got to be smart enough to get out of line as a guard or cut and give her an outlet so we can get some easy ones.
From the way you're talking, even though you go into games and beat teams 40 points, you know, early in the season, it's an important time. It's not just go have fun.
Oh no, absolutely not, because we got a long way to go. And defensively, we've got a lot of new players never played last year. Plus, you know, some of the ones that were here last year didn't get a lot of playing time. So it's a learning process for us to get ready. And then, perfect example, we get double. We're not doing good. We're seeing things we need to work on again when we get into a tight game and a close game, because those things can cost you games. 50-50 ball. If we can't get a 50-50 ball, we're not going to win a lot of tight games. We're just not going to win a lot of tight games. And if our only player that's diving on the floor is our 6'5" center, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year. So we got to find some of those other players who are willing to do the little things. Little things win you games. It's not always who scores the points. It's the little stuff that wins you games.
So much for Gina being number 3, I guess, huh?
Yeah. I didn't watch that game, but you know, the thing, you know, it's early in the season, so everybody's going to get better, and it'll be interesting to see how that, you know, unfolds as the year goes on. But you know, Baylor is a great team. You know, Texas, you know, there's some great teams in the Big 12, so it'll be interesting how that unfolds as the season goes on.
As far as scrapping and getting on the floor, is that something that you find, especially with younger players, because probably where they came from, you know, they were very good, set some records in high school. It's something that they didn't have to do. They didn't have to, I don't want to say put in elbow grease, because that's not a fair term, but they didn't have to be that type of player.
Well, to be honest with you, as far as playing defense, that's probably the case. They didn't want them getting foul trouble, so just let it go and whatever. But you're either aggressive or you're not aggressive. the way I look at it. I mean, either you have a nose for the ball or you don't have a nose for the ball. If I have to spend my whole time harping on 50-50 balls and getting on the floor and step over and take a charge instead of turning sideways, we're really not working on X's and O's. But right now, we need to spend a lot of time on that because we got to get hungry and we got to get aggressive going into a tough schedule.
You know, first game, Shania has 11 assists, and then the second one, she starts kind of hitting from the outside a little bit. A little bit of a combination of both, I'm guessing, is what you would
Well, she's
really
a
want to
scoring
see.
point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, but most of the reason why she was always open is because of Lene. I mean, when the ball went into Lene, they had 3 or 4 girls on it. Everybody was open. I mean, whoever got the ball was open. So, you know, and she hit some of them shots and that. But, you know, my biggest thing, it's either going to be our point guard or our forward that has to swing the ball. We can't stand out there and dribble the ball, dribble the ball, dribble the ball, dribble the ball. We got to swing. It's got to swing through our point, and a lot of times, sometimes it's our forward. Them two got to swing the ball and can't stand there and hold it.
What are you expecting to see out of this Coppin State team?
I mean, they've been struggling. You know, I watched them on film. They're athletic. They got girls that'll drive the ball and that type of stuff. So, which is good. We need to work on our defense, getting weak side, and you know, stop penetration, pick up ball early, get our hands up, and then box outs. You know, when you're not an aggressive team, you probably usually don't box out well. Well, that's what's occurring right now. We're not boxing out well. And then when we get against a real aggressive team, we're going to get hurt on the board. So those are things I'm looking at coming into this game.